Let's talk about COVID. I totally understand that the mask is the most uncomfortable thing and it's a pain in the butt leaving it on your face. I had to take a 6-hour class just to learn how to put them on. Masks, gloves, and gowns appropriately so we don't infect somebody who's undergoing surgery. A person can be walking by, they're infected, they don't even know it, and then you have a weak immune system and then you get it. Then you're fucked. I don't see the virus. You don't see the virus. The virus is real and it's going up. Not just the US, but the entire world, especially with close gatherings. So since the start of the pandemic, I put a gear together and it's called my COVID gear, and I want to share that with you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my beautiful people and my kababayans around the world. Assalamu alaikum, kumusta po sa lahat. So America and the rest of the world were infected by this virus way before it was announced by the World Health Organization. We went on our lives and we didn't know this even exists. Originally brought from China, an infected person went home to their home country, and then it infected the people in that country. For us in America, Seattle and New York became the epicenter for it. Then it spread like wildfire. Because the US is the second or the third largest country, over time we are now #1 with the most infection. That goes the same thing with Hawaii. Hawaii is the 50th state here in the US. This beautiful and serene island cannot escape the virus. That's the same thing with everybody else in the world. However, people continue to live their lives like COVID does not exist. I've spoken to some people and they mentioned that if you're in an open space, fine, you don't have to wear it. But if you're walking by and you pass a person that is not in your bubble, you might want to put on a mask just to prevent you from getting infected or the other person getting infected. So today I have my COVID gear that I wanted to share with you. Number one, when you pick your mask, be aware that masks are made of different types of material. Cloth, polypropylene, polystyrene, polycarbonate, polyethylene, or polyester. The cloth mask that is made of cotton is an excellent one for the public to use. I can easily breathe through it and they can be washed and reused. This one, I don't like it. It is made of polyester. It makes me feel claustrophobic because I can't breathe through a polyester material. The N95 mask and this face mask, a normal surgical face mask, are used in other situations like surgery and other procedures. The N95 masks are used for healthcare providers to prevent them from getting infected from a person with tuberculosis, Ebola, or dengue fever. The N95 and this mask are made of meltdown fabrics of polypropylene. 3 or 4 layers of this allows you to breathe, and they provide about 85 to 95% protection to prevent the spread of infection. The inner mesh acts as a filter, and they're supposed to be good for your skin, hypoallergenic, and supposed to be compliant with global standards. They're mostly used by yours truly and my colleagues. This face mask, the K95, have been manufactured in massive amounts for public to use. The K95 doesn't give you a good seal, and it's not made of material of polypropylene compared to the N95 mask. So this is not the N95 mask. I would use this face mask short term, but I prefer the cloth mask since it is washable and it's eco-friendly. This mask, however, does not allow anyone to be protected. When you breathe out, you can spread your infection, whatever they may be. It is great though when you go for hikes and walks and in construction to avoid breathing in the debris, but you have to cover it when you get close to somebody and in an enclosed space such as restaurants. So what I do is that's not allowed in the airline. Number two, it's an alcohol-based sanitizer. So there are different types of alcohol content in the market. One is 62% and there's 70%. Just pick one, whichever. Number three, alcohol-based wipes to wipe surfaces. And don't forget to dispose them appropriately and make sure it is eco-friendly. Number four, sunscreens. I bring them with me. I know it's not part of preventing the infection, but it prevents you against ultraviolet rays A and B that causes aging and cancer. So based on my research, there are two types of sunscreens, mineral and chemical. When you pick your sunscreen, make sure it protects you from both ultraviolet rays. I like using this one because it is a mineral sunscreen with titanium dioxide and zinc dioxide. I mean, technically the ingredient titanium dioxide does not protect you from ultraviolet rays, but when you combine them with the zinc oxide, it filters both A and B. But remember, you have to apply them every 2 to 3 hours to get the best result. The chemical sunscreens are the ones with avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene, and oxybenzone. According to an article that I've read, the oxybenzone ingredient is banned in Hawaii because it was contributing to bleaching and poisoning coral reefs. The avobenzone ingredient alone does not protect you from UVA rays. And then etc, etc, etc. So my main suggestion is to read the label and decide for yourself which one to use. And then of course, lastly, when you have access to soap and water, clean water, they are still the most effective strategy to protect yourself from getting COVID or any other infections. According to the CDC and the World Health Organization, 20 seconds is recommended for you to wash your hands to prevent yourself from getting infected. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. So in contrast, in the medical setting, we wash our hands almost 100 times a day in a 12-hour shift to combat against healthcare associated infection. In addition to that, we also apply alcohol-based sanitizers as required by the Clean Hands campaign by the Centers for Disease Control. So anyway, as a healthcare professional, COVID is around you guys, and a lot more viruses like coronavirus, rhinovirus, influenza virus, Epstein-Barr virus, and many more. Along with the virus, we also have bacteria, fungus, and parasites. But our immune system is supposed to fight those for us, right? For COVID, it is still being studied extensively. So let's continue to take part with fighting this virus until the medical researchers come up with the best solution, like the vaccines to eliminate this bugger. So we can all go back or resume to our normal life, or maybe a new normal life, or maybe a better one. A better life. So that's all what I can say. Stay safe, everyone. I will see you next time. Don't forget your COVID gear. I'm heading to Costco. This is my mask, my hat, of course. Today I decided to put a bag of treats together, and in this bag of treats I'm going to give to people who are in need here in Hawaii. In here are alcohol, cloth mask, wipes, and snacks. It has to be Mauna Loa because you're in Hawaii. I just decided to put them together to give to people who are in need of this. So we are going to give it to them.